So, you know how I said before that I want to have a family one day? I want to get married, have children, have multiple children, and working to provide for my children, working together as a team with my wife, raising our children up to be good people. And I still do think that this is the goal that I want to have. I want to strive for this goal. I want to have this one day. That's my goal. But I'm also starting to think that, hey, maybe I don't deserve it. Maybe I'm not ready for it. I talked to my dad about this yesterday, and he was very much of the opinion that this is a worthwhile pursuit. This is the purpose of life. He told me that he was very happy when my sister and I were born. And although he has thought to himself that I'm not ready to get married yet at the time that he was 27, he thought to himself, I'm not ready to get married yet. I still haven't got a house yet. I need to get a house first. I need to get all of this sorted first before I can get married. But then he got married anyway. And it was just pure luck that he happened to finally got his own place. But now he told me about it. You don't actually have to have everything figured out. You two can work together, and that's the whole point. You're meant to work together to start a family. It is not a one-person job. It is not you carrying the whole weight. You having all of the property, you having all the money in the family, you making all the money in the family. Because in this economy, there's no way, Jose. There's no way. Well, unless you are the top 1% or whatever, the majority of people in this society, they're not gonna be able to afford all of this by themselves and sustain this sort of lifestyle unless they are the top 1% or whatever. So you just got to be realistic. And I think that's one of the many reasons why I've put off getting into sort of any committed relationships, or opening my heart to the potential of a relationship. I've closed off those opportunities because I thought maybe I'm not good enough. And then also looking around at my peers, people who are already parents, working shift work, and then going home to look after their family, both parents working shift work, dividing the load between the two parents. Honey, I'm going to work these days, and you're going to work these days. Can you look after the kids on these days? Do we have to get childcare? Do we need to get our grandparents, the grandparents of the child involved? And I'm thinking to myself, am I ready for that sort of life yet? Am I ready to sacrifice myself for it yet? Am I ready for all of this crap? And the reason why I'm hesitating about this makes me realize that, hey, maybe I'm not ready for it. I don't have what it takes to be a good parent. I work in the emergency department now, and now I do get to see all sorts of different patients. And there's one thing that is on my mind. One thing that I've avoided talking about for a long time, and that is working around children. I don't know, it just feels illegal to work with children as a man. Maybe I need to change this sort of mindset. And I do give myself grace for thinking this way because of the horrific things that have happened to children in the hands of people with power, authority figures. Children have been harmed in the hands of people of power, men in general. And that's why I'm sort of hesitant to talk about all of this. It feels wrong to say that I want to work, I want to help children. But I don't know anything about them because I have no experience, because of this fear that if I work with children, then something horribly wrong might happen. And it's not an irrational fear, but it's been eating me up from the inside. I feel like I'm not qualified to do this. And what if something happens? I could never recover from it, I feel. So this fear of looking after children, this fear of even coming contact into with children makes me realize that, hey, maybe I'm not ready to be a dad yet. Seeing children suffering, seeing children getting hurt, that breaks my heart, man. That's my weakness. But then I also got to think, what can I do to know more about children? What can I do to help children? And when I think of it this way, it seems to lessen the fear and the doubts in my mind a little bit. Hey, I'm working in a team. It's for the patients. It's for the children. It's not about me. It's not about how I feel about myself. It's not how I feel about my incompetency. It's about the children. What can we do to help this child? And if I can't do it, I know someone who can. I have a team around me. But anyways, that's enough rambling. Yeah, to be honest, to be quite frank, I feel like I'm not ready for children, for a family, for the next generation. I feel like I'm not qualified. I feel like I do not have the credential. I'm incompetent. That's exactly how I feel. There's no way around this. I just gotta be honest. But I hope that with time, with more experience, I will feel more reassured in my ability to look after children and possibly to have a family one day. But yeah, let's not focus on it too much. I gotta go to work soon. Hope you guys are doing well. Stay strong. God bless, and I'll speak to you soon.